Hello and welcome to the 10th in a series of videos that provide detailed guidance on the use of the GDOT utility coordination tools now available in MicroStation Connect Edition. This is a video presentation of Lab 1, the second lab in the training module portion of the GDOT utility coordination tools document. The objective of this lab is to place a proposed telephone pole at a point 80 feet west of the westernmost Sprint Street edge of pavement and 30 feet south of the southernmost Lawrence Avenue edge of pavement in the southwest quadrant of the intersection. Remember to avoid double-clicking on the file to launch MicroStation, since this will bypass the workspace setup options. Instead, double-click on the desktop icon or select the Start button and navigate to the MicroStation Connect Edition option. To begin, after launching MicroStation, select the GDOT_MSCE workspace and the GDOT_util_training workset by the workspace and workset pull-down arrows respectively. Then select the lab1-training.overlay.dgn file from the recent files list if it is listed, or select the Browse option and navigate to and select the file. MicroStation Connect Edition should be launched by double-clicking the desktop icon or by selecting the Start button, the MicroStation Connect Edition folder, and the MicroStation Connect Edition icon. Upon launching MicroStation Connect Edition, the configuration dialog will appear.
Use the workspace pull-down
to list and select the appropriate workspace. Using the workset pull-down to list and access the appropriate workset. If the file to be opened is listed in the recent files list, simply left-click to open it. If not, the Browse button can be used to launch an Explore window for use in navigating to the appropriate file. Should there be a need to create a new file, left-click on the New File button, and when the New dialog appears, key in the file name in the File Name field, then click the Save button. Select the main menu option, and when the main menu appears, select the Proposed option, the 40 scale option, and the Communication option.
Methods by which to accurately set the distances to which graphic elements will be placed include the linear method, by which the Copy Parallel tool will be used to copy two reference lines and find the point of intersection. The circular method, by which the Copy Parallel tool will be used to place one line, and the Place Circle or Radius tool will be used to place a circle as a reference element. The Precision method, by which the DI command will be used to place a data point at a given distance and direction, and the DL command, which can be used to place a data point at a given X, Y, and Z distance. Temporary graphic elements used to target the locations for placement of other elements may be referred to as construction and/or reference lines and/or reference elements. For the process to be used in this example, select the Communication button for the type of utility to be placed. Then select the CAD Tools tab and the Copy Parallel tool. Set the distance to 80 feet.
Select the western edge of pavement on Sprint Street. Move the cursor in the westerly direction to the west of Sprint Street to copy. Data point or left click to accept and reset, right click to complete and exit the command. Select the copy parallel command and set the distance to 30 feet. Select the southern edge of pavement on Lawrence Avenue. Move the cursor in the southerly direction south of Lawrence Avenue to copy. Data point to accept and reset to complete and exit the command. A telephone pole will be placed at the intersection of the two previously copied lines. From the proposed communication menu, select the Communication tab, the Place Cells option, the Proposed button, select the telephone pole cell from the cell selector, and the telephone pole will appear attached to the cursor. Accurate placement of the telephone pole precisely at the intersection of these two elements is facilitated via the intersection snap mode setting of the AccuSnap tool. The snap mode can be determined and changed by holding the cursor over the snap button and left clicking on the snap button respectively. Upon left clicking on the snap button, the snap mode options will appear. Select the intersection snap mode option and move the cursor close to the intersection of the previously copied lines, and when the cursor is snapped to the intersection point, both intersecting lines will appear dashed. Enter a data point to accept the cell placement location and place the cell. There are two different options for the snap mode. The first option that appears will set the snap mode temporarily such that after snapping it will revert back to the default snap mode. The second option, under the default snaps, sets the intersection snap as the default mode. In an empty area of the view, right-click and hold the right mouse button down until the context menu appears. Then remove the reference lines by selecting the Delete Element option from the context menu. The newly placed telephone pole cell should appear as depicted. Repeat this process to store 2 additional proposed telephone poles, the first of which will be located 250 feet west of the western edge of pavement on Sprint Street and 64 feet south of the southern edge of pavement on Lawrence Avenue. The second proposed telephone pole will be located 405 feet west of the western edge of pavement on Sprint Street and 84 feet south of the southern edge of pavement on Lawrence Avenue. Connect the proposed telephone poles with a proposed overhead telephone line by selecting the Communications tab, and in the Overhead column, select the Telephone button, and then select the Center Snap mode, and then left-click on the center of each of the previously located telephone poles. And the drawing should appear as depicted.
This concludes Lab 1. Please proceed to Lab 2. And thank you for joining us.